sure we've all seen in movies and television the grand tradition of the 12-step program. Of course, none of you have been in the 12-step program before. If you remember from these shows, someone will get up to share with the group, and they get up and they introduce themselves, and then the group responds by saying, "Hi," insert your name here, and then the sharing continues. So I want you all to join me in my brand new 12-step program. I will introduce myself, and then you will say, "Hi, Michael." Okay, you ready? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Hi, I'm Michael, and I'm a pedant.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, that worked pretty well. Thank you. Of course, you all know what a pedant is, right? Well, there might be some of you in the room that don't know what a pedant is, so let's come up with a definition. Anybody got a definition for what a pedant is? Anybody?
Something my wife wears on her necklace?
I think you're thinking of a pendant. Mark, did you have one?
Someone who is pedantic.
That's it, except that's a bit of a pedantic answer. A pedant is someone who is rigidly academic or overly literal. I've been a pedant all my life. It started early. So, and to give you an example, one of my pet peeves is the way people use the word espouse, especially in the media. They use it to mean to spout out, or as a synonym for expound. But that's not what espouse means. Espouse means to join together, to marry. That's where we get the word spouse. You would use it like this. Ferrari is espoused to Firestone during the entire Formula One season. You don't mean it to say, such and such politician espoused his beliefs about Catholicism. That's not how the word's used. Another subject in which I'm rigidly, dogmatically pedantic about, which is the reason I'm a recovering pedant, is on idioms. There will be times where I'll be known to play the dry, witty humorist. As someone says, "Can you give me a hand?" Or, "Should I pick you up?" And I'll reply with, "I'd like to keep my hands, thank you." Or, "You seriously want to lift a guy like me?" But I've come to realize that idioms are an essential part of the English language. For example, if I were to say right now, I want to open the floor to discussions, are any of you expecting me to cut a hole in the floor? No. Let me illustrate. A Russian businessman travels from Russia to the United States in hopes of landing a lucrative business deal with an American company. The deal falls through, and he goes to the nearby bar from his hotel to drown his sorrows. As closing time approaches, the bartender leans over. "Hey buddy, should I call you a cab?" The Russian businessman replies, "Don't you call me a cab. I don't like to be insulted." You see, our Russian friend was not being pedantic, he just didn't understand English idioms. In the English language, idioms are an essential part of how we communicate. And so that's why I'm a recovering pedant, because I realize that in the English language, we rely on people saying things other than what they actually mean. Okay. You see, as speakers, we need to use language and to speak with our audience in ways that they understand. So, I'm asking all of you to help me out as a recovering pedant. If somebody decides to say that they want to turn the meeting over, and you see me saying, "Well, let's hope nobody falls out the window as you turn the meeting over," quietly remind me that I've fallen off the wagon. And for the rest of the pedants in the room, let's invite them in joining me in Pedants Anonymous. Because the English language is beautiful, and it's full of idioms. So, Drop me off after you pick me up. Bend over backwards to give me a hand. I now turn the meeting over to the Toastmaster. I'm going to stay up and do the, thank you very much.
I thought you were
Okay.
literally turning it over to me.
That could be a little bit confusing. All right, well, I must admit that didn't go as well as I had hoped. Let's start with, what did you guys think? Just be honest, fire away. No? Yes? Mark's saying yes, all right.
You looked nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your transitions, you just need to polish those and have those smooth transitions.
Okay.
Michael, I remember the speech way back when, but for some reason, I remember you spelling out a lot more of these idiocisms.
Use that. Use that.
Idiot. Oh my God, so that's why I'm serious. I mean,
I got that. I knew this right.
May I present your new area?
Idiocisms.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is, I remember, and it was just hysterical because it was so witty and hysterical. I didn't find this as funny
Okay.
because it was more alert, you were teaching us. And that's what I felt, rather than being more comical and relaxed and using your wit.
Okay.
So to me, I would really draw that in, especially going to a humorous contest.
Okay.
At the expense of my intellect, I must say that I was a little confused between idioms and pedants. I didn't realize the correlation, so I had a hard time shifting from pedants to idioms, so that didn't work for me.
Maybe it's because you're an idiot.
Yeah. We're just saying, you know.
Yeah, but I'm the least common denominator of the audience, so think about it that way.
Do not impugn our past president.
Yeah, good.
Harry.
All right, so I would shorten your intro. I think you can make the 12-step program a great bookend, and that'll work really well. I'm not sure the pedant,
Our name's not on it either.
kind of definition is as helpful.
Yeah.
It's just launching into talking about, your 12-step program for people who don't know how to use idioms or whatever you might call that. And then definitely pack more of those idioms in and focus on that. I think your connecting tissue is probably greater than your overall kind of anchor points with the idioms.
So you're saying rely more heavily on the idioms and kind of minimize the pedant or get rid of the pedant?
Yeah, maybe your own group of even, here are these types of idioms and here are these types. And play with your audience a little bit more.
Excellent.
I personally love self-deprecating humor, so what sticks out the most for me is you saying things like you're gonna pick a guy like me up. So if you can throw a few more sort of self-deprecating
Yeah.
idioms in there, that always brings a chuckle.
Yeah.
That and toilet humor.
I'm full of that.
Just a little bit more.
I thought maybe if you would pause before the idioms so that we know one is coming, because there's so much a part of our daily language and everything that sometimes I felt like, oh yeah, there went another one, you know what I mean? And just
Give 'em time to think.
kind of, pause and here comes one. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you lost your thought there because you had to go back to the lectern to recover. So may want to make sure.
That
Another
is something
flag.
I definitely want to polish up between now and October 1st.
Yeah.
For 4th is more preparation. I unfortunately ended up working a whole lot of extra hours this week.
Yeah.
Didn't get as much time to prepare. Okay, I think we're at 5 minutes. Anybody have? Fine.
You start off with a 12-step program, but there was no continuity throughout the speech of the program, of the 12 steps. And it didn't come back to your close at all either.
Okay. All All right.
Maybe just take that out. I don't know, you might
I think
hurt
it did.
somebody's feelings or offend them too, I don't know.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you everybody for your feedback.
Thank you, Michael.